You're listening to The Rich Life Revolution with me, Michelle Cooper. My mission is to empower you to step into your next level of wealthy. You'll hear all the deets, a little bit of inspiration, and real life takeaways so that you can create your own rich life revolution. Let's dig in. So today we're going to talk about the spirituality of manifestation. A lot of people think that manifestation is this woo-woo, law of attraction, willy-nilly thing. I'm just going to sit there and zen out and on my way to my amazing life. That's like an old paradigm. It's an old, thing. And it doesn't work, and it's not true. There's the science behind manifestation, which I've talked about in a couple different episodes around the subconscious mind, 17 and 19. And today we're going to talk about the laws of the universe and the spirituality of manifestation. Because truly manifestation is a co-creative process, right? The universe is taking care of you, God, source, higher self, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to use the words the universe. You can use whatever suits you. So the universe is taking care of you. It's a benevolent force. It's neutral. It is actually working harder for you than you could ever work. It really is like supporting you being in this place as a human, having this experience. And it's like, okay, you came here to work through some stuff. You came here to experience something. So here we go. Let's do it. So when we talk about the laws of manifestation or laws of the universe, we want to be very conscious of these laws. It's just like the law of gravity. Like these things are happening. They are laws. They are part of our existence, our world. You can say that this is faith, it's spirituality, it's consciousness, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. But we're going to go through these now as I see them. And it's really powerful. So if this makes you feel uncomfortable, this is where you need to lean in. Be comfortable in the uncomfortable. Be open. Be willing to think about this, consider it, contemplate it. How do I feel about this? Is that true? Am I like, wow, this Michelle Cooper chick, she's crazy? Or are you like, oh yeah, I'm totally on board. This is totally my jam. I'm all in, Michelle. So let's start out with the law of divine oneness, because it's foundation, right? Divine oneness. We are divinely connected and from the same source, all of us. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you are. I don't care what you call yourself, how you identify yourself. We are divinely connected and from the same source. The connection between us and source is powerful. We must refresh our connections with each other, or perhaps sometimes cut cords and clear energetic ties to people who are not for our greatest good, or maybe are connected to our past, right? It is really important. We're going to come in contact with people that are not for our greatest good. It doesn't make those people bad or anything like that. It's just they're not for us. So we want to refresh our connections with people, with each other, and with source, right? And with our God, the universe, whatever you want to call it for you. The law of vibration. Remember, everything is energy, right? I think we all know, we've all seen the videos, we're all on board with this. Well, most of us are. Everything is energy. Your vibration is what you are attracting. So you must be a vibrational match for what you desire. This is the very, very basis of alignment. How do you know if you're not a vibrational match for it? Well, you haven't experienced it. Again, not good or bad, not right or wrong, just is. You're just not a vibrational match for that yet. So keep working on it. Keep working on yourself. Become the vibrational match for that which you desire. The law of magnetism. Like vibrations attract each other. It's just a fact. It's part of science. What we magnetize depends on our vibration. That's why vibration is so important. A lot of these laws overlap each other. The law of karma, or what some people call cause and effect, right? What you give is what you receive. The cause is the decisions we make and the actions we take. And the effect is the results we get. This is our karma. So if we live honestly and in integrity and we're a good human, that's what we will get back. The law of inspired action. Physical action must be taken to bring something into existence. Again, remember, everything is energy. We're going to have to take physical action. This is not a hustle, work hard, exhaustion kind of situation. Those are actually lack-based. Hustle, hard work, overworking, overgiving, that is lack-based because you're trying to fill a gap. Taking inspired action, that's like, I want to do this thing. I'm excited to do this thing. I can't wait to do this thing. The law of transmutation, energy is always in motion. Again, part of science. And our thoughts transmute into reality. Everything is transmuting at all times. Our thoughts become our reality. Our thoughts become what we see. That's the law of transmutation. Energy around something is always in motion. The law of mirrors. Everything in reality is a reflection of what's going on inside of us, ourselves. So other people are a reflection of ourselves. I've talked a little bit about this in episode 19. And so you might want to, if you haven't listened to that, you might want to go back and listen to that, because if something is irritating you about someone, that's something that is unhealed within yourself, unaccepted. It's part of your shadow self that you haven't integrated. So if something bugs you, it's actually something internal. It's not that person. The law of divine compensation. We will be financially rewarded for showing up as our highest self. Your compensation is in direct proportion to your contribution. Money follows service and value. The law of relativity. Each person has lessons to work through, and perspective is everything. It's all relative. The law of polarity. Everything has a polar opposite. It's just how it is in our world. We can't appreciate one side of an experience if there isn't the other side of the experience. So we can't experience the heights of joy if there aren't the depths of despair. We need that polarity. We have to have something to compare it to. And polarity creates clarity. We often get what we don't want in order to get clarity on what we do want. So sometimes if you don't know what you want, it's easier to think about what you don't want. So if I can't put my finger on how I want to feel, I can probably put my finger and describe in detail about how I don't want to feel. The opposite of that is usually how I want to feel. And that would be what I would be manifesting. The law of balance. This is the balance of masculine and feminine energy. Both energies are needed. A lot of people talk about this. I've talked about it in several different episodes. I am really uncovering my divine feminine energy right now in my life. And it's important to remember that we need the balance. We are both, all of us, doesn't matter if you're male, it doesn't matter what your gender is. We all encompass feminine and masculine energy, but it has to be in balance. And there are seasons. So it's not like, oh, I'm a woman and I'm in my masculine doing energy. That might be the season I'm in. We don't have to judge it as right or wrong. It's just the season I'm in. The law of patterns. Everything in nature follows a rhythm and has a season and cycle, right? The longer we ignore the pattern, the more persuasive it gets. And this points to an internal conflict often. So something to look at. The law of reciprocity, love this. Give with an open heart with zero expectation of receiving something back. So I don't lend money usually, like large sums of money. If I do lend money to people, I have no expectation that is coming back to me. If it does, that's great, but I don't expect it. If I'm giving because I want to give. That's just one little example of reciprocity. I can give. Let's say a friend needs $500. I can give that $500 to someone and let go, completely surrender it, let it go, no expectation of it coming back. And that person might not ever pay it back. However, I'm compensated through the law of reciprocity in a different way. So it will come back to me in some form. The law of Dharma. which is our law of purpose, right? We all have a unique ability. And really, your authenticity is really all that you have, right? It's all that you have. So just lean into it. There's no point in fighting it. The law of infinite possibilities. There are literally infinite possibilities available to us. There is a gazillion, like infinite, like so many. So don't think that there's only one outcome to something. The law of unwavering faith. Whatever is committed to with unwavering faith must and will succeed. It's part of your dharma. It's just part of your experience. We will feel the most amount of doubt right before the manifestation of what we desire. I promise you, this has been my experience over and over and over again. The law of constant motion. The universe is always in motion and change is always happening. There's no such thing as homeostasis. It doesn't exist. And the law of free will. We always have free will. You can always choose, and there is no wrong path. So I invite you to consider these. There's lots of different books that you can read that go into detail on these. And there's lots of teachers around the laws of the universe. And like I said, they're happening whether you want to acknowledge and believe they're happening or not. It's like gravity. You don't get to be like, well, today I'm going to believe in gravity, but yesterday I didn't believe in gravity. Or tomorrow I'm not going to believe in gravity. It just is. So we don't even need to consider it. It's just knowing that gravity is a thing, we can make different decisions or choices. Knowing that these other laws are a thing, we can make different considerations or choices. I hope this is useful, and I would love, love, love to hear how this is showing up for you.
Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you got at least one gold nugget today. Be sure to grab your copy of the Rich Life Revolution workbook to help you set the foundation for your next level of wealthy. Get it now at richliferevolution.ca, and I'll see you later.